Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls hockey fans of all ages, hello and welcome into the Rockland Ice Arena for tonight's South Shore League semifinal between the East Bridgewater Vikings and the Norwell Clippers. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Tony Patetti. Tony, we just saw Abington get upset by Middleborough in the first round, the higher seed eliminated. There's a reason they play these games, and anything can happen in the playoffs. Norwell, a very good team. They fought Abington to a draw last week. The East Bridgewater Vikings having an interesting year. They've been shut down a couple times. Tony, talk about this Vikings squad and what they have to offer here tonight against the Clippers.
Sure. They have heavy senior leadership with Jack Perry and Gage Larnigan on defense, the two captains. And they have a lot of offensive players out there that can really create some havoc. And I think it's just what I've noticed from these guys during the course of the year is they just get to the point where it gets to the point midway through the game where they're just a little bit too tired, maybe just a little bit overworked. And it would be interesting to see if they could put 3 full periods together, what you'll get out of them, because when they're buzzing, they're buzzing.
Well, let's talk about the guy on the roster that shares your name, Anthony Patetti. He earned the second star of our game when it was Abington versus East Bridgewater earlier on in the season. He made about 70 saves in that effort. He let in 8 goals, but it was a phenomenal performance, regardless of what the scoreboard said.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony's, doing all he can out there. He is seeing a lot of shots. He likes seeing shots. I mean, he said to me on several occasions he'd much rather be out there making some saves than not getting tested at all. But, at the same time, if we keep the shots down, say under 40 or 35, I think it gives him a good chance to possibly steal a game against any team. So we'll see what East Bridgewater does defensively, because I think they're going to have to win it with defense and get some odd time goals and maybe a couple flukes and a couple lucky ones in here to get themselves a lead and maybe hold on to it.
The Vikings wearing their visiting navy blue jerseys, navy blue shorts, white trim around the gold numbers and lettering. The Clippers in their home white jerseys, blue trunks. A goal off the bat for East Bridgewater. How about that?
Yeah.
29 seconds in, it's number 19.
That's Peterson.
Brett Peterson, the sophomore.
Peterson had 4 goals last week against Spellman, and East Bridgewater comes right out in the battle of David and Goliath and just says, we're going to get the first one, and we're going to go from there. So, good start for the Vikings for sure.
Well, then 29 seconds in, it's Peterson. The Clippers wearing their home white jerseys, blue shorts with gold trim around the blue numbers and lettering. Backhanding it around is Sam Hall, the freshman defender, a very young team for this East Bridgewater Vikings team.
A lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, some 8th graders.
Speaking of 8th graders, the winner of this game has earned the right to go against one of the hottest hands in all of the land, Lincoln Molan, the 8th grader for the Middleborough Sachems. The championship game of the South Shore League tournament will be here in Rockland on Thursday evening. Backhanding it out is Sean Noonan. Cole Berglund, the senior captain for Norwell. Tied up on the boards. The Vikings come away with it, able to get a shot that was deflected away, and now an opportunity from the near side post for number 4, Luke Perry, off the outside of the post and out.
Really impressed with the East Bridgewater forecheck right now.
This one sent out, it slid in on the goaltender Sean Ennis. Ennis has had a phenomenal year as well. The Vikings starting off 5-0 before that draw against Abington. Derek Sanderson's keys to the game, Tony. Well, when he was coach of the Bruins, key number 1, score more goals than the other team.
Yeah.
Key number 2, constant forechecking, and key number 3, sharpen your skates, because, man, it's a sheet of ice out there.
Yep. So far, East Bridgewater are playing to those keys to the game.
This one deflected off of EB all the way down. It goes for an icing. 2.5 minutes in. 1-0 Vikings.
Vikings getting the start that they needed, for sure.
Meanwhile, to this point, I do not believe Norwell has had a shot on net.
They had one. Patetti had a pad save and a scramble.
So chased down by Mac Milano. The Vikings keep it in. A shot, pad save by Ennis. The Clippers collect.
So it looks like Coach DeRico shifted things and moved things around tonight. You have one of the senior captains, Gage Larnigan, number 17, playing center on the second line. Usually is your ice minutes gobbling first line defenseman, and Coach DeRico doing something a little bit out of the ordinary and throwing Larnigan on that second line.
You miss 100% of shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yep. I love the mentality.
Deflects high into the protective netting for the stoppage. Clippers winning the faceoff. The shot sticked away by Patetti. Clippers retain. Splitting it around the boards was Griffin Vetrano. Sticked away by Patetti again. Now behind his net. Vikings able to clear, eventually out into the neutral zone. Trying to make the stick move was Caden Johnson.
East Bridgewater on a line change.
Clippers back the other way, trying to catch the Vikings in that change. Good pressure on the puck for East Bridgewater. This one caught up in the jersey of one of the Vikings. I think that was number 10, Sean Noonan.
Yeah, East Bridgewater needs a clear here. A lot of fumbling around in the feet, bouncing pucks.
Whistle and a COVID stoppage is called due to the heavy contact along the half wall on the far side. Haven't seen many of those COVID stoppages this season.
Yeah, they're trying to let him play, but, you know, gets to the point where there's 3 and 4 guys in there. They got to do something about it.
Clippers off the face-off win. It's Tim Ward, the sophomore. He hits the deck. Clippers able to retain. Here's Ward again. Ward spinning down, sends it down low to Brady Kudrick, the freshman. Ward, and it slides in. Patetti followed it all the way down. He made the initial stop, and it went off the heel of his stick, and before he could react, it found its way across the goal line.
Yeah, puck carry had 2 options there. You got to pick up that second person coming in on that rebound.
All knotted up at 1, 10:25 to go. This one could be a shootout.
This is where East Bridgewater does have some problems, is picking up people in front of the net and clearing out the trash. A lot of rebound goals this year.
Good stick at the blue line for number 17. That's Gage Lonergan. Tim Ward credited with the goal for the Clippers. This shot, glove save, Patetti. He covers for the faceoff. Shot blocked away off of one of the skates of the Vikings. One sent in wide.
Thing about the Clippers, they'll shoot it from anywhere.
There's a bomb from just in front of the East Bridgewater bench coming from the stick of John Milne. Clippers starting to find the rhythm in the offensive zone. Down low to Joe Daly. Now it's Cole Berglund, the captain. Berglund rotating behind Patetti. Out in front, another goal, 5-hole. It was Conor Vinton.
Yep. Vikings looking like it was a power play, and a lot of gliding out there I saw.
Conor Vinton and Tim Ward, the 2 goal scorers for Norwell. 2 goals on what seems as many shots. They find the lead, 2-1. As you mentioned, there's a big hit. It was Sean Noonan with the contact for the Vikings. As you mentioned, Tony, the problem for
Another goal.
the Vikings seems to be cleaning everybody out.
Oh, right now they can't get out of their own way. They can't clear it out of their zone. They're letting Norwell just set up. That's just a quick shot in the slot.
Berglund getting that one. 3-1, 9:13 to go, 3 goals. Less than 3 minutes here for the Clippers.
And since EB got that first one, Norwell's not having it.
Norwell might have come in a little bit and said, listen, this is East Bridgewater. We know what we're walking into. Kind of came out a little bit lackadaisical.
Yep.
Vikings get that first one in. You could tell it was like one of those smelling salts on the Clippers bench. They're awake now. It's a 3-1 Clipper lead, 9:04 to go.
First 2 minutes, the Vikings were skating, and they've kind of laid back a little bit now, letting Norwell set up in their own zone. And when you do that, things are going to happen. They're just shooting from everywhere. They have about 7 shots already, I'd have to say, and a couple of them rebounds. I thought that last one Patetti probably could have had if he cut his angle down a little bit better.
That first goal, too, was kind of tough off the heel of his stick.
Yeah.
And he kind of dribbled across the line. Here's a 2-on-0. Deflected wide. Patetti might have gotten a stick on it. Clippers and Tim Ward, the sophomore.
Too many EB guys on one side of the ice.
They ice it. 8:35 to go first period. Icing against the Vikings.
Vikings had 4 guys on that one side of the ice. Norwell had 2 options on the opposite side. That's where you can get into trouble.
And the winner of this game goes on to face the Middleborough Sachems, who just defeated the Abington Green Wave here in Rockland. The other semifinal of the South Shore League tournament. Sam Hall collecting behind Patetti.
Can't flip it out.
That's a little mistake at the defensive blue line. And there's another one.
Another rebound.
Let's go back to the play, the clearing attempt at the blue line. You had a wide open highway in front of you. If you chipped that pass to yourself, instead of looking to get it against the boards, you have a 2-on-0 up ice for East Bridgewater.
Yep.
Instead, the Clippers able to defend that, pinch the seam, keep it in the offensive zone, and the rebound opportunity finds its way to the back of the net. 4-1 Clippers.
It's the Vikings' problem all year. They can't get it out of their own zone. They get in trouble. Team comes back the other way, has an odd man rush. You know, that was a 2-on-1. The original Norwell shooter took a shot and just another rebound. Out front, nobody picking up the man coming in on the trailer.
It is a timeout called by East Bridgewater. 8:05 to go in the first frame. 4-1. 4 unanswered goals scored by the Norwell Clippers. We want to thank you for watching this game and every game here from the Rockland Ice Rink on Abington Community Access and Media's YouTube home. youtube.com/AbingtonCam02351/live. It's our pleasure to bring you the entirety of this South Shore League hockey tournament from the Rockland Ice Rink. I want to thank those viewers viewing this game after the fact on the networks of East Bridgewater Community Access and Media as well. If you missed one of the live broadcasts, go to the online home of Abington Community Access and Media, abingtoncam.tv. You can find on-demand video there if you want to rewatch a game or miss the live broadcast. You can find live streams of our 3 cable access channels and much more. AbingtonCam.tv. Follow us on social media as well. AbingtonCam02351. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Gut check for the Vikings here.
Sam Fatuccia, the captain, in to take the face-off. Vikings unable to get a shot off on net.
Good play by Parry, using his foot.
Parry rings it around out into the neutral zone, collected by Cole Berglund. This one sent in cross corner. Parry trying to grab possession for the Vikings. Instead, the Clippers come away with the puck. Loose in the crease, the whistle blows. Net might have popped up for a brief moment as the puck squirted out towards the face-off dot.
Patetti got that one, but he couldn't cover it up. Squirted out. Got the quick whistle, though.
That's a lucky whistle for East Bridgewater, knowing that 3 of the goals have come off of rebound opportunities.
Yep.
You get another rebound that had just squirted out. But the quick whistle. It is a monstrous hit.
Big hit.
Number 22, Austin Shea, the sophomore, laying out number 19 for East Bridgewater. That's Brett Peterson, the lone goal scorer.
Yeah, Peterson doesn't go down too often either, so if I had to guess, he'll be taking a number.
Vikings dump it into the Clippers zone. 6:45 to go, first period.
And there it is. Big hit by Peterson, the answer. Noonan tries to keep it, can't. Does enough to break it up.
Able to break up the 3-on-1. Excellent work. And now Ward can't receive the pass cleanly. Excellent defensive play as he was on his stomach at the blue line, Tony.
Yeah, it was a desperation attempt by Noonan, and he did just enough so that they couldn't break it out 3-on-1 right away.
Ward gets around the poke. His pass intended for Brady Kudrick, the freshman, doesn't connect. Kudrick recovers on the half wall. Chipped out, collected by Cole Berglund, the senior captain. Spinning in baseball style, hitting it in was Joe Daly. Clippers buzzing the shot, blockered aside
Quick
by
whistle.
Patetti. Another quick whistle. This one wasn't under him. It looks like the net might have come off its moorings. 5:46 to go in the first period. Sam Hall collecting, trying to get it out, does not.
Another giveaway.
Milne's shot doesn't go. He collects in the neutral zone. Indirect pass for Nolan Petruccioli. Now it's Gage Lonergan in the corner. Backhanding it around for Kyle McDonald. Lonergan lays out Petruccioli. And the Clippers dump in and change out.
Gotta get there quick.
Miscommunication here. It goes all the way around, collected by the Clippers.
Good hit.
A little bit of separation, but one of the Vikings has lost their twig. This one just behind the referee, collected by Griffin Vetrano. Now it's Jack Coyle. Coyle launches a shot. Blocked or saved Patetti. Justin Spataro rings it around the boards. The Clippers able to keep it in the offensive zone. Here's Jack Coyle. Far side, Mac Milano.
Caden Johnson, the 8th grader, lays a hit on someone twice his size.
Been about 2 consecutive minutes of offensive zone time for the Clippers here.
Got the junior Milano on that one.
This one deflects wide, backhand out in front for Spataro. He whiffed on it. Coyle keeps it in. Down low to Spataro. His pass in, patted away by Patetti. That was,
Great toe drag.
I believe, Spataro on the attempt.
Good block.
Coyle shot blocked out into the neutral zone. EB goes for a partial change, a very tired Sam Hall makes his way to the Vikings bench. A little bit of room to run is Luke Perry. He gets edged off the puck. Back the other way is Austin Shea. Shea, nice stick move.
Look at someone out front.
His wraparound opportunity stopped by Patetti, and he covers for the faceoff. 3:09 to go. First frame, 4-1. The Norwell Clippers leading the East Bridgewater Vikings here in the semifinal of the South Shore League tournament. Another opportunity for the Clippers. Patetti a little bit out of position, and it's in.
Yep. Good move by
That was number 5, Tim Ward.
Ward. Yep. He's a player.
Patetti had to quickly
Got
get
him leaning.
across
He had
the
to
crease
decide, he had to
twice.
decide which way he was going to go. There was nobody on the other side of the post and no one on that side of the post, and he picked the wrong way, and they got him short side.
5-1, 3 minutes to go in the first. Clippers are clicking. Tim Ward assisted by Austin Shea, the latest Clippers marker. This pass complete to Jake Lynch. Lynch goes skidding down to the ice. 4-on-2 for the Clippers. This one loose. They had an empty short side. Unable to get the shot off. Dumping it around is Robert Lydon. Shot, pad save, Patetti. This one's in. Another rebound opportunity, and I believe Robert Lydon's going to get this one. He wedged it between Patetti's glove, his pad, and the post. Not a lot of room to work with.
And the Vikings just got to do a better job of picking up the rebounds. They're getting second and third whacks at it, 6-1 in the first period, and it's all due to just not picking up the trailing man. Norwell's just getting to the point where they're throwing it on Patetti, hoping for a rebound, and having somebody capitalize on the second or third shot attempt.
6 unanswered goals here for the Clippers.
And this one's getting out of hand pretty fast.
Big hit. Sliding down was Peterson again. Petruccioli trying to chase. The Vikings have it. Two Vikings collide, giving Norwell an offensive zone opportunity. He'd be able to negate that opportunity, and they dump it all the way down the river. Icing waved off here. 90 seconds to go in period number 1. Conor Vinton, the freshman.
That looked like a hit to the face, cross-check. Stick came up a little bit, no call.
Luke Perry was the Clipper that initiated. Patetti with a nice save. Another quick whistle, Tony. I think these refs know what we were in for tonight, and that's why they're blowing the whistles very quickly on one side of the ice.
Yeah, it could be.
High-powered Clippers offense.
We talked about the first line of Abington, and Norwell's just as talented. Maybe not quite the firepower as Abington, but they're very deep. So you don't even have any relief on lines 1 through 3 when you're talking about Norwell.
Yeah, Carnitarian's got one. Fatucci's got one. Austin Shea's got one. I believe Griffin Vetrano
3
has
rebounds. Patetti keeps it out, and the ref signaling a tie-up, or the net
off
came
its moorings. Another quick whistle. Norwell was halfway celebrating a goal.
That was the 4th attempt.
Cole Berglund and Tim Ward with goals for the Clippers as well. Teddy, glove on this one, another face-off. A little bit of frustration flying around down there on the ice. 63 seconds to go, first period, 6-1, the Clippers lead it. Cole Berglund off the face-off, looking for the deflection from Sam Fatuccia. Doesn't get quite the angle it needs. Berglund dumps it cross corner. .45 seconds to go. Clippers maintain possession in the offensive zone. Fatuccia, his shot saved by Patetti. Face-off will come with 38.1 seconds to go.
Last time these two teams met, they put over 60 shots on Patetti, and it didn't look like it was starting that way, but it's as this first period winds down, it looks like they're going to get close to that again.
The issue is, for every shot on net, they're getting 4 more opportunities.
Yeah.
And they're capitalizing.
Yep. That's what will happen. If you're going to leave them unguarded or you're not going to do enough to clear them out, Norwell will make you pay.
They collect the puck on the half wall by the East Bridgewater bench. Out in front. Squirts to the near side half wall. The buzzer sounds. First period has come to an end. It is 6-1. The Norwell Clippers leading the East Bridgewater Vikings. Tony, it started off with such promise 29 seconds in, and yet here we are, 6 unanswered goals for the Clippers.
Yeah, I think it was what we were talking about. You know, if the longer this game went, where it was low scoring, 1-0 or 2-1, the better off that it benefits East Bridgewater. And the more shots that have low probability that Patetti can get a few saves under his rhythm, East Bridgewater can capitalize on a game like that. But once Norwell gave up that first goal, they just came right at him, and they said, not tonight. They put 3 quick ones in, and they really haven't looked back after this first period. East Bridgewater, besides that first 5 minutes, really hasn't gotten anything going since.
6-1 at the end of 1. The Norwell Clippers leading the East Bridgewater Vikings in the second of our semifinals in the South Shore League tournament here from the Rockland Ice Arena. Norwell 6, East Bridgewater 1 at the end of the first. We're going to step aside, take a quick break, and bring you second period action right after this. Hello and welcome back into the Rockland Ice Arena for second period action between the East Bridgewater Vikings and the Norwell Clippers, the first round of the South Shore League tournament. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Tony Patetti. It's a 6-1 Clipper lead after East Bridgewater scored just 29 seconds into period number 1. We thought this might go a little bit of a different way, but that goal so shortly into the first frame woke Norwell up, and since then they have been buzzing.
Yeah, East Bridgewater came out firing. First minute or 2 of the game, they were buzzing around, let up a few goals, hanging their heads a little bit, just got to kind of regroup and get back to playing some hard-nosed hockey and put the effort in, skate hard, and get the next couple of goals. You never know what can happen.
Vikings wearing their visiting navy blue jerseys and shorts with white trim around the gold numbers and lettering. The Clippers in their home white jerseys, blue shorts with black trim, or gold trim rather, around the blue numbers and lettering.
Vikings look like they moved Lonergan back to defense now. The experiment of putting him up on forward didn't quite work out the way they wanted. Needed a big guy in the back clearing out the trash. I agree with the decision. I think it was the right thing to do, but just didn't work out. So now you got your blue liner back.
Well, we've seen a lot of shifts in this roster. None more notable than one Anthony Patetti, who was the top scorer for this Vikings team last year. He switched to goaltender. 2-on-1 for the Clippers. A nice save into the chest of Patetti. He holds for the faceoff.
Yeah, Patetti had to do it. There was really no one else that had played goalie before, and he's an athletic kid, and he plays goalie for the soccer team, and he had all the things that he wanted to do. He has the vision, he has the athleticism, and he's as much as he's not coming out on the winning end of things and the goals side of things, he is stopping a lot of shots and keeping these games manageable for a little while anyway.
1 minute into the second period. Clippers have scored 5 of the 6 goals on rebound opportunities. This one an excellent glove save for Patetti.
Good save by Patetti there.
2 quick opportunities for the Clippers. Patetti has stood strong for both. Tim Ward, one of the goal scorers, rotating his shot, deflects into the protective netting. Norwell will change its forward line. Clippers with a shot off the faceoff. Another glove save by Patetti. We'll do it again.
What I've noticed about Patetti is the more shots he sees early on that are manageable, he can get a rhythm going for himself to make the really, really hard ones. So if Norwell keeps putting on 5 or 6 decent shots, he could come up with a few head turners if he gets his rhythm.
Vikings able to carry out into the neutral zone before Norwell dumps it back in. This one's sent all the way down the river. It'll be icing against the Vikings. 13:15 to go, second period.
I think Peterson was hoping someone would be crossing, the wing would be crossing over center ice. Clearly didn't intend to ice it.
Vikings win the faceoff. It's number 10, Sean Noonan, behind the net.
Vikings switched up their offensive lines along with Lonergan back on defense. They put Brew on the right wing, moved him up from the second line, and moved Caden Johnson down to the second line.
Vikings come away with the puck. Unable to clear. It's Petruccioli again. Deflected, and Patetti couldn't stretch out quite far enough to get a tip on it. This one off the post, still loose, and the Vikings able to clear up and out.
I don't know how that one stayed out of the net.
Patetti 3 saves on that last opportunity. Vikings got their foot on the gas here. Coach Jim Casagrande doesn't like to slow things up until at least the third period, if that.
No, he's always has well-coached teams, does a good job. And like we were saying before, Norwell's always deep. Lines 1 through 3, 1 through 4. Anybody can do the damage.
Here's a tip.
Oh, and he came up with
save,
that one.
And he got that one off the blocker. Full-on butterfly style for Patetti. Eleven and a half to go, second period. The Clippers buzzing in the offensive end after a 6-goal first frame. This one sent up ahead. Incomplete, intended for Dan Barris.
Senior Dan Barris getting some playing time. Almost has an opportunity.
One of the Vikings got laid out on the far side. I believe it was number 11, Caden Johnson. Skates to the bench a little bit gingerly. Clippers up ice. It's Seamus Doyle, the junior, dumping it in. The Clippers change out all 5.
Good flip up.
Looking for the opportunity. And the Clippers
had Ennis out down and out. Couldn't get the shot off that they wanted to.
Ennis just turned around and put its net back on its moorings. These nets are really not well secured tonight, Tony.
Nope. Saw it in the first game, too. Between Abington and Middleborough.
Cole Berglund rotating with it. His shot saved Patetti. He holds for the faceoff.
So kind of what I was talking about. He's getting some shots and he's making some good saves. Better the rhythm he can get into, the better off the Vikings will be. Maybe they can get that second and third goal.
10:06 to go here, second period. Winner of this game goes on to face the Middleborough Sachems, who defeated Abington in the first game here, the first of the 2 semifinals tonight. Pleasure to be bringing you this game on the networks of Abington Community Access and Media and East Bridgewater Community Access and Media. Good friends over at EBCAM. Vikings able to grab possession in the neutral zone. It's Ryan McKenna. Now Brady Kudrick.
Home run ball.
Broken up. Nine minutes to go here, second period, 6-1 Norwell. Sticked away by Patetti. Rebound opportunity, it's Jack Coyle. Gonna have a penalty called here against the Vikings. It's gonna be interference.
It's on Lynch. Almost positive. Nobody wants to go to the box. Oh, it's on the Clippers. Really?
It is a plot twist.
Huh.
The Clippers with a defensive zone penalty. They pointed in the direction
I thought it was on
of
the
Jake
Vikings
Lynch
as well, yeah.
Clippers send it all the way down the river. They bleed off the first 15 seconds of the extra man opportunities. Bridgewater's first of the game. Lonergan playing forward on the power play unit. Four forward Sam Hall, the lone defenseman.
Yep. Could see that coming.
And a shorthanded breakaway. And it's in. Number 16, Connor Terrian has his second.
And what can't happen, happened. Took too much time at the point trying to go to the puck. I think a little bit of inexperience showed there. Now you got to give the freshman a little bit of leeway. But Hall lost at the blue line. Norwell picked his pocket, walked in on Patetti, and made no mistake, just fired that thing top corner.
Gage Lonergan, after that goal was scored, went up to sophomore goaltender Anthony Patetti and gave him some words of encouragement. He launches the shot and a goal for Lonergan.
Great shot by Lonergan.
Lonergan, the senior captain, on the power play. 1:11 to go in that extra man opportunity.
You had mentioned Lonergan going up to Patetti, and that's been all year long. Every time I see him give up a goal and Lonergan's out there, he'll go over there and try to pick up his teammate and just, really being a good leader in his last year here as a captain for East Bridgewater, doing all the right things, and just trying to get through the year.
7-2, the Clippers lead by 5. Clippers have it. It's Justin Spataro out in front, and it squirts out wide. Evan Brew pickpocketed. The Clippers come away with it. It's number 20, John Milner.
Need some new mics here at Rockland Ice.
Here's Gage Lonergan unassisted is what the PA announcer here is trying to say. Mike keeps cutting out. Came with 1:11 remaining on the first power play of the game. East Bridgewater 1 for 1 on the extra man opportunity. 6:45 to go, period number 2. Vikings and the Clippers both looking to move on and face Middleborough here on Thursday evening. A for effort for the PA announcer here. He's still trying. Sam Hall got the assist on Lonergan's goal.
Well, Hall redeems himself, gets himself an apple.
Clippers carrying it into the East Bridgewater zone. 6 minutes to go, second period. Edged off the puck was number 14, Drew Dinan, the junior. Very lengthy roster for the Norwell Clippers. That, as we know, is a luxury. This one slides in off the post.
Patetti covers it up.
Patetti dives on it.
Another Norwell forward left alone out front. East Bridgewater going to line up a couple hits. Forgot about the guy in the slot.
Can't always play the body.
Yep.
Brady Kudrick in to take the face off. Running it is Caden Johnson. Now the Clippers have possession.
It's where the Vikings get in trouble, where they treat it like a power play.
Shea launches one above the crossbar. Stopped at the blue line by Jack Coyle. The Vikings unable to clear out. Coyle pumps it down low. Far side, Kyle McDonald can't get to it. Pass broken up, looking for Cole Berglund. Running down the wing was Tim Ward.
Got a mismatch on the lines. It's like a first line versus a third line. Lonergan just wants to get it out.
Chipped up and out.
Oh, that's Ballmer, sorry.
The Vikings rush to the bench for a change. It's icing against East Bridgewater.
I saw the lettuce in the back. Thought it was Lonergan.
Lonergan takes the ice now for the Vikings. 4:39 to go, second period. Lonergan off the faceoff. Chips it off the glass. Sam Hall forced to chase down. Lost an edge behind the net. Lonergan fighting for it in the corner. Off the skate of Connor Terry, and he's already got 2.
Good hit.
He gets laid out. Here come the Vikings. The shot goes wide. It came from Brett Peterson, who scored the first East Bridgewater goal. Lonergan backhands it to keep it in.
Peterson got broken up a little bit on that shot. Didn't get the shot off he wanted either.
John Milner behind the net. Kept in at least initially by the Vikings. Coming across corners, Ryan McKenna. Home run pass off the mark. This will go for icing against Norwell with 3:31 to go, second period. Caden Johnson in to take the face off. The Clippers win it. They bounce it out and find a home run pass just off sides. Is Griffin Vitrano as he tried receiving the pass on his backhand and step across at the same time. He stepped across half a second before the puck did. .323 to go. Face-off coming in Norwell's defensive zone. Johnson in to take it for the Vikings. And the Clippers win this one.
Great hand-eye from Lonergan there, stopping that pass, or they were in alone.
Lonergan's shot goes wide. Sean Ennis hasn't been very busy tonight in the Norwell crease. Lonergan turns and shoots. Luke Perry far side. Shot from the blue line blocked by Justin Spataro. He finds Sam Fituccia. His shot saved by Patetti. He didn't know where it was for at least a minute. It was between his pads.
Is your inexperienced goalie. He'll do anything he can to throw himself in front of the net and in front of the pucks, but sometimes he can handcuff him that little bit off way and has to look around and scramble.
Clippers off the face-off. Shot deflected. Berglund from the blue line off the post.
Teddy didn't see it to the last second.
Took a wicked deflection. 2:06 to go, second period. Norwell by 5, 7-2. Seems like another power play for the Clippers.
Now this is where EB gets into trouble. They start playing a 5-man box and let teams cycle the puck. And all it takes is one shot on an open guy. Right now they just need a clear.
Looks like it's supposed to be a 2-1-2 zone for the Vikings. They end up bunching around the puck. Clippers another solid minute of zone time here. 1:15 to go, second frame. Wouldn't surprise me if, at this rate, if Norwell holds the puck in the East Bridgewater zone for the remainder of the period.
Well, a small win here is getting out of this period without giving up another goal. So East Bridgewater should be focused on that right now.
Two Vikings spin out and head to the bench. The Clippers trying to catch the Vikings in that change. And it might be the Vikings off of the bench with a 2-on-1. It's broken up.
We'll watch the outlet pass here. He's all by himself.
There it is. Tim Ward spinning. They say he got a piece of it. He gave up on it. He didn't think he touched it. Thought it was going to be icing and just completely took the foot off the gas and looked at the ceiling. Caden Johnson. He takes a massive hit, and that's going to be a penalty. Interference is the call. Johnson pops up. And in the box is Derek Layden, the senior. 18.3 in the period. 2 minutes on the extra man opportunity.
Bridgewater's going to bring out a power play line here.
1 for 1 so far. Lonergan with the first.
Good shot, good save.
Saved by Ennis, who was completely stretched out. Parked out in front with Sean Noonan. Vikings fighting for it off the face-off, and they're able to gain possession.
Good play to keep it in. Got to be quick if they're going to do it.
Slap shot blocked aside. The buzzer sounds. The second period has come to an end. 1:42 to go on the power play on a fresh sheet of ice, Tony. The Vikings trail 7-2. What'd you see in that second period?
Well, what I saw was exactly what they needed to do. So they went down in that period before the period start, 6-1.
Just a quick side note, sorry to cut you off.
Sure.
Sean Ennis just went over to Anthony Patetti and gave him words of encouragement, realizing he's having a tough evening here. Always good to see that kind of sportsmanship.
Not the first time Ennis has done that. Actually, he did it in the first game down, I think it was here actually, and much of the same. Patetti's seeing a lot of shots, Ennis coming up to him. Anthony told me what he said when he got home, just keep your head up, keep in there, you're doing a great job, and it's great to see. These kids don't have to do anything, so when they do something like that, it shows the kind of character that they have. So, like I said, not the first time Ennis has done that. But getting back to what we were talking about in the period, I think it's probably the ultimate outcome that EB could want out of that. That one was a 1-1 period. And Patetti stopped a lot of shots. He got his rhythm going. And hopefully it carries into the third with the power play.
Well, it's 7-2. Norwell leading East Bridgewater. The Vikings will have 1 minute and 42 seconds of power play time on a fresh sheet of ice. We're going to step aside, take a quick break, and bring you the third period action. We're back in a flash. Hello and welcome back into the Rockland Ice Arena for third period action between the East Bridgewater Vikings and the Norwell Clippers. Once again, I am Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside Tony Patetti. It's the semifinal, the second semifinal of the South Shore League tournament. The winner of this game will go on to face the Middleborough Sachems, who defeated the Abington Green Wave here just a few hours ago. It's a 7-2 lead for the Norwell Clippers coming into the third period. The Green Waves start with about 90 seconds now on a power play. Words of encouragement all around in that intermission for Anthony Patetti, the goaltender of the East Bridgewater Vikings. Top scorer last season. He had to make the switch because EB didn't have a goaltender. It's not doing bad, Tony. He's averaging, about 60 saves a game?
No, that's just one of them. The last one he had over 60 shots, but it's an easy 40. He's definitely got over 40 every game. I don't think there's been a game all year where he hasn't seen 40. And that's what I keep trying to tell him to focus on, is save percentage. Don't throw out the goals against average. And he's saving about 85% of them, so he's probably going to end up with anywhere between 400 and 500 shots, even in a shortened season.
That's ridiculous. Good keeping at the far seam.
Good block by Norwell.
Eventually sports back out into the neutral zone. Taken by Gage Lonergan. Tim Ward went sliding down to the ice. Collected by Sean Noonan.
Scary that Ward's only a freshman. Kid's got some talent. He's going to be here another 3 years.
Icing on the power play called against East Bridgewater. Vikings wearing their visiting navy blue jerseys and shorts. white trim around the gold numbers and lettering. The Clippers in their home white jerseys, royal blue shorts with gold trim around the royal blue numbers and lettering. Patetti sticks his glove over this one. We'll do the face-off again. New goaltender for the Clippers. It's Micah Beltrami, the junior, in, replacing Sean Ennis. Ennis, a good couple of periods. Wasn't tested all that often, Tony.
Nope. East Bridgewater only had a few quality shots. A couple of them went in. And I think if you're the Vikings right now, it's, hey, brand new goalie. You don't know what you got in him, so put as many shots as you can. He's coming in cold off the bench. And see what you can do. Put in a couple, and all of a sudden you might be back in this game.
Tim Ward with it. Ward finds Nolan Petruccioli. His shot might have gone off the helmet of Patetti.
Looks like a shoulder.
Into the protective netting. Clippers take it, a shot. That one hit the helmet.
Yep. Giveaway in the East Bridgewater defensive zone. And Norwell just used the defender as a screen and threw it in on Patetti high and caught him off the cage.
I'll say this, your son knows how to use his head.
Yeah, he does. I guess it's that all those years of soccer.
12:10 to go. Third period, the Clippers have an odd man rush developing. 2-on-1, excellent breakup by Sean Noonan.
That was a great back check by Noonan.
I looked over into the Norwell crease and thought they went empty net because Beltrami is a little bit smaller than Sean Ennis.
Yeah, Ennis got a little bit of size on him.
And he's wearing complete white, blending into the boards and the ice. The junior Micah Beltrami. Not only that, he was kind of hunched over.
Yeah, that doesn't help on us short guys.
I didn't see any blue in the crease. Vikings win the faceoff. The Clippers take possession.
Teddy got a piece of that one. Sorry at the last second.
Dining out in front.
Clippers starting to buzz again.
Gage Lonergan far side. Plays the body. The Clippers come away with the puck. Now Lonergan has it. Backhands to Luke Perry. Perry dumps in. This one took a funky bounce through the slot.
And that's what you got to do. You just got to kind of throw them in from anywhere and try to get some rebounds and dirty goals.
Clippers 2-on-1, a great breakup. A diving poke check. That was Lonergan.
Lonergan's certainly not done playing in this one. 7-2, and looks like the game just started. Heck of a play to break up that pass.
Lonergan chasing this one down, logging some monster minutes here tonight for the Vikings.
As always. Another giveaway.
This one chipped high from Sam Fatuccia. Preemptively put both of his hands above his head in celebration.
Had Patetti leaning down and went upstairs and just put it over the net.
Berglund dumps it in on Patetti. He makes the stop with his pads and covers for the faceoff.
Norwell controls behind the net.
5 minutes gone, third period. Vikings come away with it. It's Kyle McDonald. Vikings having tremendous trouble tonight getting through the neutral zone cleanly. Patetti trying to get around number 23, Aiden Baldner, the 8th grader, into the game. Now it's Sean Noonan.
It's a good thing about having these 8th graders in is they get the real life experience against the juniors and the seniors, so when it's their turn as a sophomore, they're already battle tested. And Coach DeRico has no problem playing the younger kids.
Speaking of 8th graders, barring a miracle, nothing's impossible, but the Norwell Clippers will go on to face the 8th grader, Lincoln Mullen, the phenomenal goaltender out of Middleborough in the South Shore League Championship game Thursday evening. Mullen had a big night against the Abington Green Wave, stopping junior right winger Michael Pino on a breakaway point-blank opportunity. This one whistles wide. Clippers keep it in.
I think we said that was the deciding moment. It would come back to that as when that game turned and Mullen just got hotter and hotter as that game went on.
7-4 was the final score in that one. Green Wave's season is not completely over. Playoff-wise it is, but they have a couple more scheduled games coming up. I believe against the Rockland Bulldogs.
It's like they're going to play East Bridgewater again, too. Unofficially.
As we know, things can and do change quickly. For all of the latest you can follow. For basketball, SSL Hoops is the Twitter account. For Abington Sports, it's at AbingtonAD on Twitter. Peter Serino doing an excellent job in this COVID-shortened season. Of course, we will soon be seeing a couple more sports, Tony, added to the mix.
Yep.
As football, volleyball, and track and field pickup action. This one rung off of the crossbar from Jack Coyle.
I don't think Patetti thought that was going to come in as hot as it did.
That had some mustard on it.
Yep, great shot by Coyle. Picked his corner, just missed it by about half an inch. But that one was top corner.
Pile up Nolan Petrucci.
That's going to be a penalty.
Body sliding all over the place.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't. It looked like a headlock.
There was a lot there. That wasn't the first tangle up on that play. We'll see who goes.
Looks like just they're going to call the offsides.
Wow. All right, there's your threshold.
Yep.
6:37 to go.
Peterson just bodies number 16. Therian off the face-off.
You gotta hope that the refs get a handle on this one.
Yeah, down by 5 goals and
very frustrated.
They're kids. They'll start seeing what they can try to get away with. So, good save by the junior goalie.
Lonergan chases it down at the blue line. Terrian shot, save Patetti, rebound attempt, and it's in. Joe Daly tapping home the rebound.
And they're going back to what happened in the first period. First save, second save, third attempt. No one getting him.
6:03 to go, third period, 8-2. The Norwell Clippers lead by 6.
And this isn't all on the defense. Patetti's got to make a little bit better effort trying to cover him up when he can. If he can get to it, you just got to throw yourself on it.
Joe Daly unassisted is the official call with 6:03 to go. 6-goal lead for the Clippers over the East Bridgewater Vikings. They will more than likely go on to face the Middleborough Sachems for the South Shore League title. Saved by Patetti. He sticks his glove on it for the face-off.
I think if you're East Bridgewater, you want to have another tie period. You came out, you went down 6-1 in the first. You kept it at 1-1 in the second, and you hope to maybe get another one and keep this at a 1-1 tie in the third and say to yourself, I tied Norwell for 2 out of the 3 periods, and one bad 5-minute stretch is the only thing that prevented this from being a game.
And Norwell put up 3 goals in about 2 minutes after the Vikings scored just 29 seconds into period number 1.
And I got to say, one thing I am impressed is East Bridgewater is blocking a lot of shots in this third period. I mean, that shows a little bit of guts, that you're down by as many as you are and you're still taking shots off the shins.
That takes a lot. So we know that can hurt. We saw Gregory Campbell back for the Boston Bruins against the Pittsburgh Penguins take a slap shot right off of his shin that completely shattered his leg. He stayed on the ice for 43 seconds after that.
And I remember that game. And that's just the nature of the sport.
Just a testament to how tough these hockey players are. Seen players tonight take big hits, pop right back up.
A lot of hitting in this one from both teams. And they're clean hits, too.
4.5 to go. Not a lot of penalties called in this one. I believe just 3 against the Clippers, 1 against the Vikings. Refs letting a lot of things go here. Letting the boys play. It's Mac Milano, the junior. Along the half wall. The Vikings take over. It's Gage Lonergan. Chipped in but deflected, and now taken by Griffin Vetrano, the junior.
Teddy with a shoulder save. Heard that one from down in the cheap seats.
Offside sees the call against Norwell. They have a lot of promise for the future, Tony. The only graduating seniors are Cole Berglund, Justin Spataro, Derek Layden, John Milner, Sam Fituccia, and goaltender Sean Ennis.
Yeah, year after year, you don't get any relief with Norwell. There's a reason why they're up at the top every single year. They're deep. They have a lot of club hockey around that area. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think they might even have 2 JV teams. So it's a hockey-rich town. They love the hockey there. And rarely do you ever say, well, Norwell's losing a lot, and I don't know what they're going to come back with next year. They always replace what they lose.
Meanwhile, the seniors for the Vikings, Jake Lynch, Jeremy Roback, Ryan McKenna, Ryan Anacone, Gage Lonergan. He's going to be a massive loss for this Viking squad.
Yes.
And Jack Perry and Dan Barris, the senior Vikings.
Yeah, Ryan McKenna also. The 2 key losses for the Vikings are definitely going to be in the blue line with Perry and Lonergan graduating this year. Lonergan's just been in gobbling up ice nonstop. He's out on the power play. He's out on the penalty kill. He's playing every other shift. And, you know, they're also losing a good leader with him, too. So the saving grace of it is they do have some 8th and 9th graders. They have a core group of the sophomores that are coming back. And if they can find, you know, the right kids and get a goalie, then they could be in a lot better shape than they were this year.
Patetti makes a stop off his pad and covers up for the face-off. He's done an admirable job in net this year for the Vikings. Not his natural position. He was the top scorer as a forward on this team last year. presumably would like to get back to that.
Yes, I don't think you'll see him in the net next year. So there'll be a lot of work in the offseason to see what East Bridgewater will look like next year, that's for sure. But I don't know if you'll see Patetti back in the net next year.
2 minutes to go, third period. Patetti covers this one for the face-off. It's 8-2 Norwell. Again, we want to thank you for watching this stream and every stream that we provide here from the Rockland Ice Rink and the Abington High School Gym. On the YouTube home of Abington Community Access and Media, Abington, youtube.com/AbingtonCam02351/live. You can bookmark that link. Do us a favor, subscribe while you're there. And send the link to any family and friends that might be interested in watching some high school sports action. If you miss a live broadcast, AbingtonCam.tv is the place to be for on-demand video, live streams or our cable access channels, and more. AbingtonCam.tv. And on social media across the board at AbingtonCam02351. Thank our friends at East Bridgewater Community Access and Media, Russ Hannigan over there, for picking up our coverage of this game. Of course, our executive director over in Abington, Kevin Tocci. An opportunity for Norwell, loose puck. Patetti gets his glove on it. A couple jams after the whistle, and cooler heads look like they will prevail here with 1:06 to go.
I'm not going to lie. I'm glad to see the feistiness of them messing with the goalie. I think if they did that a little bit earlier on in the first period and cleared people out and let them know that it wasn't going to be their crease, that you wouldn't see this game at 8-2. It might be a little bit closer. So maybe just a little bit too late, but I do love the fact that the Vikings are sticking up for their goalie and clearing out the trash.
Ward off the pile up. Lonergan comes away with it.
Norwell still has their first line out there with a minute left in the game, up 8-2. So you're not going to get relief from them. They're not going to take it easy on you.
Jeremy Roback indirect for Sam Hall. Across, the shot wide. It came from Tim Ward. Patetti glove save. Another whack after the whistle. Lonergan answers back with that one. 32.5 to go. Michael Beltrami, junior goalkeeper, has played the third period. He's only been tested a handful of times and has made all of the stops. He'll take over for Sean Ennis next year. There's discussion with the East Bridgewater bench. There's a lot of confusion on the ice right now. EB wins the faceoff. Luke Perry sends it back forward to the goal line for Lonergan. Clippers come away with possession here. They get one last one.
Yeah. Norwell not letting up. Throws another one in there with
That was Ward.
18 seconds left.
Tim Ward, the sophomore.
And EB letting them have it. They don't like the fact that they had their first line out there in the last minute of the game. And I got to say, I don't disagree with it. You know, Norwell's a deep team. Everybody knows they're one of the top teams in the league.
There's a lot of feistiness out there. Luke Perry was excited to see his bench finally speaking up.
Well, they're not happy. They're not happy that, you know, they're kind of going at it one last goal with a minute left in the game.
15 seconds to go. That goal scored with about 26 ticks left on the clock. And the Clippers answer East Bridgewater's complaints with a rousing round of applause against the boards. As the buzzer sounds, this one has come to an end. The final score is 9-2. Tony, it's been a fun evening of two hockey games. This one, a blowout in favor of the Norwell Clippers. Sean Ennis making sure to go over to the Vikings. Anthony Patetti once again offering words of encouragement. That's always great to see. You know, these guys know what Patetti has stepped into, not being a goaltender last year, stepping into the role and saving however many dozens of shots per game.
Yep, saving the program in a sense, and saving a lot of shots. It's it's good to see out of your own kid. It's good to see out of any kid, but when it hit close to home, you really admire the fact that he went out and does it every single night. And there's some nights where he gets a little bit testier than other nights, but for the most part, he keeps a level head. He knows he's going to see a lot of shots. He knows he's probably going to give up some goals, and just tries to keep it close as long as he can.
Well, as you know, we award a player of the game to a member of each team. I think for the Norwell Clippers, I'm thinking Tim Ward. He had a couple goals, a couple of apples.
Yeah, Ward's always there. I mean, he's always showing up, and I think the last goal in the last minute probably solidified that too. I don't know if he had the hat trick in the end, but he definitely had 2 and a couple assists for sure.
For the Vikings, no question, it's the goaltender, Anthony Patetti. A tough night, per usual for this team, but he still came up with probably about 40, 45 saves.
Yeah. I'd be pressed to see if he saw less than 50 shots in this one. And, he had a good game, and I think it could have went to a couple different people. Lonergan's a great leader out there. He had a solid game. But, in the end, Patetti, I think, kept it a little bit closer than it could have been. If it wasn't for that, say, 5-minute span in the first period, this was a 1-1 tie in the second and a 2-0 score in the third. And East Bridgewater was playing in the third. Even though they were down by 6 goals, they were playing. And they had that 1 5-minute lapse where they allowed too many goals, and it just kind of bit them, and they couldn't come back from it.
9-2 your final score from the Rockland Ice Rink tonight. Norwell moving on to face Middleborough in the South Shore League Championship game on Thursday evening. East Bridgewater has been knocked out of tournament play. Tony, we want to thank you once again for joining the booth tonight for both games. Our cameraman, Joe Beaver, and for everyone here at Abington Community Access and Media, we want to thank you for watching. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We will see you next game.